Hey everyone, I'm from Figure Reviews, and I'm back at you guys with another figure review. And as you guys can see, we're here reviewing Deadpool and Wolverine Mezco Deadpool. Now, before I begin this review, if you like the content I make, please like and subscribe. That being said, let's move on and take a closer look at the figure. Yes. As you guys can see, the material, the plastic they got for the head is different from the material on the body, which is unfortunate because it does look weird in certain lightings. But that's like it doesn't look too bad in darker lightings, but it's definitely noticeable. In like lightings like this, because my camera's picking up really nice. I like the pleather kind of letter they used for it, although I am afraid that it might crack, but so far no issues on my copy, which is fine, which I really like. um, the guns are right here. They are removable. See, or the pew pews. Right, they are removable. The swords are removable. Right, and they just fit nicely in there. And yeah, there he is. He looks really good. All right, now let's take a look at Dogpool, and then we can get to the accessories portion. There he is. I do wish you could move this around, but I understand why they didn't do it. It'd probably be a little harder. I don't completely know, but still, Dogpool. One more Deadpool to add to the collection, and of course, Deadpool and Wolverine stand. They always have a stand with these Mezco figures. All right, now let's get on to the accessory portion in just a bit. Everyone, welcome to the accessory portion. And so first up, we have the eye plates, right? There are several different ones. There's like squinting ones, there's wide open ones, and there's kind of like what'd you say ones, I guess, you know? And they have magnets on the back, so they attach to the eyes, which I really like because this means he's the one Deadpool in my collection that is very, very easy to have facial expressions because I don't have to take off the head. All right. Right. In this tray, we have some bullet effects and some fire effects. Looks great. And a cup, which I'm going to be using for a lot of my other stop motions, honestly. But, yeah. As you guys can see, on the second tray, I already have the guns on Deadpool, but as you guys saw in the beginning, but here are the Uzis, right? Looks great. The knives, I already have the baby knife on them, I'm pretty sure. And then the next one is next one is this hand tracer. I lost my train of thought. But as you guys can see, you come with an array of hands. If you guys are wondering, oh, why aren't you taking them out? Because then I would have to put them back in. And I don't feel like doing that. So, yeah, just pointing finger and all that. This is cool. All right. That's it for the accessory portion. Now let's move on to some figure comparisons. All right, we're back with some figure comparisons, and first up we have Deadpool's. To the left we have the SH Figure Arts Deadpool from Deadpool and Wolverine, and to the right we have the Rebel Tech X-Force Deadpool. All right, as you guys can see, Mezco does appear to be taller than both. Does appear. With that being said, I do think that the SH Figure Arts has the better outfit, like when it comes to the color. Like the red is actually redding, if you know what I mean. Like it pops more than the red on here. This feels more like Deadpool 2 kind of red. But yeah, it's still cool. It's still great either way. But yeah. He's definitely gonna fit in nice with your other Deadpools. He definitely does look different enough. So yeah, overall, I think it's gonna look great on the shelf. And of course, it'll look great with your Mezcos. Now let's move on to the next figure comparisons. Also, probably the last figure comparisons. All right. We are here of our second and last figure comparisons. To the left, we have the Marvel Legends Black Widow on the updated female Buck, or the newer female Buck. And on the right, we have the SH Figure Arts Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad. I don't remember which movie. I know it's not the first one, I know it's the second one, but they're literally named the exact same thing. Right, like, I think one just has duh, but that's off topic. Yeah, he's taller than both, for sure. But honestly, I think it will still fit in, weirdly. It will look a little off because he is wearing a cloth costume, but I do think he will fit in. With that being said, that's the end of the figure comparison portion. Now let's move on to the articulation portion in just a bit. Alright everyone, welcome to the articulation portion. And first up, Deadpool does have a ball joint at the head, so he can move his head up about that much, down about this much, side to side, right? Side to side. He does have a neck joint, right? Which blends in pretty nicely with the rest of the suit. But it's kind of tight, so, mess around with it at your own thing. He can bring his arm up, right, about that much. He had the bicep swivel right in there. I think he is. Double jointed elbows, as you guys can see. It's really cool. The wrist pegs on this figure are pretty much the same as Mafek's. They're just slightly bigger, just fine. He does have an ab crunch in here. It's just really tight. I don't know how to loosen it because it's a cloth costume, but yeah, if someone knows, just tell me in the comments. But yeah, a little bit of an ab crunch. He does have a ball joint at the lower waist. You can definitely tell by the way it bends, which is cool. And swivel, right? You can go back and forth. Side to side action, really good. He can kick his leg up about that much. He can bend it about this much. So double jointed knees. He does have a thigh swivel right in there, which connects nicely to here, right? So no matter how you bend it, it just always lines up, which is great. No boot swivel really, because the pants kind of go into the boot, which is fine. Foot can go up and down. He can kick that far back. You guys can see. And that's about it for his articulation. It's pretty much a standard Mezco. It's not really anything too amazing, if I'm being honest. But I don't think people get the Mezcos for their articulation. I think people get them more or less because of how nice they look. They're like miniature Hot Toys, if I'm being honest. They're cheaper Hot Toys too. They're miniature, cheaper Hot Toys, I guess. But yeah, that's it for the articulation. So yeah, now let's move on to the final review. Hey everyone, welcome to the final review. So overall, my overall rating for this figure, it's an 8. And I have to be honest, as much as I enjoy this figure and the accessories it comes with, it's an 8. And it's just the suit itself is too dark and it looks more like a Deadpool 2 suit. Like, a lot like the Deadpool 2 suit. And while sure, it does look nice, I'm not going to say it doesn't. It just looks too dark and it doesn't feel like an accurate representation. I do feel like Mezco could have definitely did better. But that being said, it still is really good for a Mezco. It's still really fun to mess around with. Now, bear in mind, you probably do have to be careful because of the swords in the back. But it's still fun, regardless. The figure itself is a blast and a half to mess around with. To get into different poses and whatnot. But yeah, that's probably my only real issue is the color of the suit. Yeah. But other than that, the figure itself is great. I have no problems with it whatsoever. So yeah, if you guys, I would like to know what you guys think. If you guys agree with me, if you guys disagree, Tell me in the comments down below. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. With that being said, I'm Fun Figure Reviews, and I'm out for today. See you guys later. Bye.